what might be the best way to start working towards a career that involves working on adoption implementation protocols like Ergo into other outside industries? Have some ideas. I guess this person has some ideas in the field. What do you think, Joe? What would be a good way to kind of get involved without really, deep diving into the ecosystem per se?
Well, I think the first thing that somebody would want to do if they have an idea is communicate that idea to other people, right? Especially if it's something that they're not too involved directly with the industry. There are a lot of ideas, number one, that sound good in kind of the mind, and then you bootstrap them in reality and you hit all kinds of problems. And it's good to, have assistance there in terms of, what is practical and what is just exciting but not practical. Because, when I look at a lot of solutions in the blockchain industry, I really question the practicality of some to start. And that's not to say it's a bad idea, but it's a good idea to, I don't know. I think one of the best pieces of advice I can give anybody in life is know when and where you're stupid and ask for help. But when you ask for help, make sure that you find someone that knows what they're talking about. And that's a great place to start when you have an idea and you're like, okay, well, this is the idea. Is it practical? If it's practical and it's a good idea, you may just find people latch onto it. They say, hey, that's a good idea. I want to be a part of that, or I want to help, spec that out. I want to help design it. Now, in the Ergo ecosystem, we do have a pretty nice open community to where if people start to discuss ideas, there's quite a few that contribute to that. Now, in terms of let's say, taking that from an idea and trying to convert it into something, we do have Ergo hacks, and that kind of does act as an idea incubator in a way, to where people will kind of spend more time, energy, attention for the potential to earn a prize. And a lot of let's say the development and ideas in our ecosystem have started that way. You can look at Excel as an example, which was initially Ergo Lend. That started as a hackathon project. I was pretty happy to play around with their private testing this week. So, it's actually converted from somebody that came in with a good idea, went to a hackathon, and developed a certain small group around it, and then developed a community around it, and has kind of been growing from there as the idea, is being built out. So that's where I would start. And, if there's traction, if it's a good idea, you might be surprised at the level of support and assistance that comes, because a good idea at the end of the day is a good idea. And if there's an incentive there, if kind of the business logic of it makes sense, people will support that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, business is business. So it's like Joe said, you have an idea, you develop the idea, you do market analysis, you do studies, you do a pilot, see if it works. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. The more you do it, the more sense you get for what works and what doesn't in what ecosystem, and that's how you create successful businesses. As the late great Walter Matthau said, I don't remember the exact quote, but it was something along the lines of, to make it in showbiz, all you need is 40 lucky breaks. Well, to make it in business, you kind of need the same. 40 ideas are going to be shit. One idea is going to be great, and that's the one that's going to take you to the next level. And then out of the next 10, only 5 are going to be shit, and so on and so forth. So that's just kind of my my opinion on the matter of doing business in any ecosystem, not just blockchain. What do you think, Alex?
Yeah, I pretty much agree. There are a lot of possible ways, right, to apply blockchain to make business around The Ergo, for example, CQSD, right? So there are some guys running shops with merchandise, and actually it's quite awesome, right? So we can, for example, reward contributors now with gift certificates denominated in CQSD, which is valuable for everyone. For developers contributing, then for shop owners, right? Then for CQSD community, and so for the whole Ergo ecosystem. And I think there are a lot of pretty small businesses which are doable, right?